Welcome back, heroes, to the Beginner's Guide. So, it looks like we're in a position of Coda's life where she's feeling trapped and unable to move on. I can't remember, was Coda a girl or guy? It doesn't matter at this point, but... Guard. What's up? Ma'am, glad to see you have arrived safely. Capture the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation if you like. I intend to be quick. Very good. Just be warned that someone called in the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know is that the machine calls itself Coda. Well then. It's the press! No questions! No questions! Got this, machine. So, she's fixated on this idea of the machine. And that she needs to activate it again, get her creativeness going.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Stop feeding us. The work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Those people out there, can you imagine the pain you put them through? It's possible to get trusted with this job, this creations, to make it through every day. I don't think the machine's talking back. I've been alone. Man. Now, it feels like she's blaming the machine now. Think carefully, I know how to hurt you. This thing's not responding. Alright then. I will apologize to the other people on your behalf. Okay. So this is supposed to be the machine. Her portrayal of her creative ability to make a game, which is just unresponsive. Look at the press. My friends. These are people who follow her on the games? I have a troubling revelation. The machine will not apologize. The machine refuses to admit that it's deliberately heartless. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Yeah! Push on! Let's show it that we are not failures! Follow me! We will destroy the machine! Destroy the machine! Wait, now we're back to the stage. I have a gun. Where's the machine? This is like... Isn't this like the gun from the beginning? So... Where'd the machine go?
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Yeah, I realize. Oh. Okay. Get out of here! I thought the machine would be in here, though. Could I make sure your work dies here? This does not feel healthy at all.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I go for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
So is that what this is? Oh. This game is literally just blowing up all of his work. Fell!
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know,
yeah, I'm falling!
Just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
I fell through! The machine? Yep. Well, that's a thing. It's staring at me. Put down your weapon. Now! Can't tell me what to do, machine! Ah!
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing
bit.
that I always feel like I need. To be told that my work is good. That I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best
problem,
feeling.
I guess?
The absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy.
Am I breaking through?
So beautifully, beautifully happy.
I feel like something went wrong. Did he feel, or did she feel happy?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
Coda's a he.
So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's.
New Coda game.
It's called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Okay.
So let's take a look.
Yeah, what's The Tower? June 2011. Well, this is familiar. Very
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself
a little
from the
bit.
world. It's a very cold game.
Is it? I mean, so far I'm just walking. Big open area. There's the crying again.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Okay, please do, because holy crap, that is... Yeah, that's a very annoying maze. It's that noise. Okay. So yeah, this doesn't feel nice anymore. So I don't think showing...
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. You had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end.
So there was supposed to be no end?
That game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Maybe he was trying to be punishing.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Alright. So, if you don't guess the code right, I guess it just... Okay, it just doesn't work. Now, is there significance to this code, or is this just a random number? 7. Because he... Okay, so he sent him this game after... Let's see, it's 15, 16, 15, 16, 17. I'm just... Is there significance to that? Because I'm wondering if he did this as a punishment to his friend for showing off all of his stuff. Maybe, maybe not. Possibly not. But 15, 16, 17. Wondering if there's a significance to that. Right, now what?
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me. The idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it. That's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
So, what?
I feel like
why would you do that?
When I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Okay. So, here's what I don't understand. If you made the door here to prevent the player from continuing, why bother put anything beyond that?
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I
don't know
why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
But I don't understand is if there was no solution for the player,
I remember,
why bother adding more things?
I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for.
Man, look at all these.
I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
3 dots. The 3 dots? Like when he paused? I guess maybe I'll get to that at some point. There's the stuff there. Cause I
just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own,
dot means silence.
Once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me.
Oh man.
But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
I know the feeling. Man, this hits too close. But
where did I screw up?
I don't know. He obviously intended for him to undo or like bypass that door. So all of this was intended to be seen for him. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you to not speak to me anymore.
It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Because, like, this would not be seen unless you bypass the door. And he knows that he's done it before, so this was obviously meant for Davey.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people,
for you,
it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
If you are so
and
infected by my personal space,
they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing... Wait, would you stop taking my games and showing the people against their wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating one's boundaries. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. Stop adding lampposts? I thought he was the one who did it.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Struggling to come up with the new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than does me. I realize this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're probably not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day...
I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
It's getting all broken up now. Don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Okay, then. I feel like I've gotten into the middle of something. Epilogue. So, this was... What is this, then? Is this... This is not... about understanding who... What is this? So we have a lamppost. He said there was no other game after this.
More.
So then what?
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Alright. Where's this going?
Solution. Solution.
I don't know what I've walked into anymore. What is going on?
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
That doesn't seem that way to me. So...
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Oh, there's... okay. So, what now? Vast, underground, lonely. It's like a cave.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be?
I don't
Strange,
know.
but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
That's what everybody is driven by nowadays, because like all of our social medias and stuff. So what is this? What are we playing here?
What now?
I don't know. What you tell me. You dragged me into this by me buying your game.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for.
So now you're distancing yourself from me.
Just gonna... Okay.
So then what about me then? What is this? I don't even know what to think anymore. What is even going on? Like, what is this? I understand that frustration that you have with somebody just no longer paying attention anymore. Or at least that feeling that somebody's no longer paying attention anymore. Oh, elevator's going up. Okay. I don't know what to think, what's going on. Just keep going, pretty much. I mean, the architecture and all that is pretty nice, I guess. Holy crap, that is a long hallway. That's the beam from the very beginning. It was considered the spark. The start of it all, as he described it. So, this whole time, this is about Davey. Well, I guess we'll go into the spark then. And then it lifts us up. And then maybe we'll see what... Nope. A massive labyrinth. That is huge. What? I don't even know. Going back to the beginning, he's talking about how that little spark, that little glitch, got him to see the outside of all of this. So what was the point to the prison games then?
Turn back.
For our...
Turn back from this cave.
What?
You said let me prove
Roger would not have been possible without the following individuals.
Let me keep going. But the cave goes for miles. And
So, I wonder who was this Coda person?
And you're so tired.
Felix Kramer, what?
But I
Matt
know that
Purcell.
you're strong. So turn back.
So,
Turn
was this...
back.
This was an entire game. It makes it... Is this an entire game that was just like his way of creating an apology or something? Because... I don't know. And that was it. So that was the beginner's guide. Well... I don't really know how to think about that. I share in his frustration. This idea of somebody just isolating you. And you don't know, like, if you misunderstand them. Or what's going on with that. But... well, I guess we could talk more in the comment section below about it. What did you guys think? For those of you who watch the... or if you've seen other people play it. I know what I'm going to do. Is I'm probably going to go watch others who played this. To see what kind of reactions they got with the thoughts that they've had. But that was something. It's definitely not what it's not what I would think of as a game, because definitely there wasn't any choices in it. This was just pretty much just Davey trying to convey this thought, I guess. I don't know. Well, anyways, guys, you know what? Yeah, we can talk more in the comment section below. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Take care and goodbye.